Hey guys, Indiana Smith here. This is Ginger. She's hired me as a tour guide today. I'm going to take her upriver here a little ways, see if we can find anything. This is actually back at the spot where I filmed my very first video, nearly 3 years ago now. So we're going to go up and take a look. It's been about 10 days since the river last overflowed. A lot of folks have been here. So we'll be picking through the scraps and leftovers, but maybe we'll find something cool. I'll check back in as we find stuff. Thank you. It is a beautiful morning. It is definitely warm. But the nice thing, as I look down at the stream, the water is very clear. And it's not quite as picked over as I thought it would be. So I'm hoping as we get up to these bars, we'll find a few things that other hunters have left for us. We've actually already found a beat-up mosasaur vertebrae and a little fish vertebrae on this first gravel bar that everybody hits. So to me, that's a sign that there may be more goodies upriver from us. Despite the footprints, which I think you might can see the faint footprints in the gravel, we have our first point of the day. Not entirely sure if it's whole or not because the tip is a little buried, but I think you can see it there. I'm going to let Ginger get over here and do the pull on this one.
Oh, right there?
Yeah. All right. Just coming up, still pretty close to the bridge. About 30 minutes after our last find. I've got a little worked edge sticking out of the gravel here. I don't know. Let's see. A little scraper. It's not a point, but it's an artifact. Been kind of a sparse day. Ginger's over there taking a break in the shade. I happened to look up right here and spot this vertebrae coming out of the bank. Now, this is not in situ. This is a secondary Pleistocene deposit, but a lot of earlier Cretaceous stuff gets washed up into this, including the occasional mosasaur vertebrae. So kind of cool to find one coming out that high. This is a 65 million year old vertebrae. They got washed out of its original deposit 20,000 years ago and redeposited in that alluvial gravel, basically a petrified gravel bar. All right, best vertebrae of the day. One of my favorite wildlife denizens of the Sulphur River is trying to hide in the gravel right here in front of me. It is a soft-shell turtle. I love these guys. Ah, look at him. Isn't he cute? Oh, this is my favorite kind of turtle. Look at that little periscope nose. He's just adorable. All right. I'll let Ginger play with you and then I'll let you go. Tell you what, folks, it got hot fast down here today. We've made it back up to the bridge and we're kind of catching our breath before we hike back up to the car. But, boy, be careful in the river this time of year. That heat turns up in a hurry, and if you're a long way to the car, it can be a hot hike back. Well, we opted not to do the hood of the car video. It was really baking when we got to the car, so we wanted to get some air conditioning and get some drink and a little snack. So, we'll catch you next time, guys. Thank you. Be careful on the river and have a good summer. Hey guys, Saturday morning. I'm back down in the river. Brought a family here with me today. Not quite as hot as it was yesterday, although I'm sure it will get warm sooner or later. Anyway, I got a pretty cool find to show you here. Just a sec. This is just a reminder you should always turn things over. This was on a gravel bar with footprints all around it. Looked like a piece of driftwood. And I turned it over and look at those teeth sockets. Big old Pachyrhizotis jaw. Oh, somebody has an oyster shell. Nice. That's a big giant oyster. Well, it's Saturday morning, June the 6th. And I'm down here with the Powell family. Wave! They won a free guided Sulphur River tour at the school's auction, so I brought them up here and we were looking for fossils and stuff. I'll be honest, it's kind of picked over, but we found some neat things anyway. And we got a lot of gravel in front of us. I don't know how long we're going to stay, but the kiddos seem to be having a good time. And we'll check in as we find things. If you look and scroll down this kind of hard layer that you see sticking out of the bank here and there, get close to it, and it's just loaded with fossil shells of all sorts. Don't see any bone in it very often, but all kinds of clam imprints and shell imprints from where this used to be the ancient seabed. All right, we are back at the car. I gave the kiddos most of what I found today, but I did keep a few little shells, and this is my prize for the day. That is a really neat jaw piece. I think it's from a fish called Pachyrhizotus, but I'm going to have to post it on the Dallas Paleos page to be sure. And then these are the Powell family treasures. One really neat piece here. It's a little molar, and I don't know what species it's from. So again, I'm going to post that online and see if I can find out a little bit more about it. We got a fish vertebrae, lots of pretty rocks, and an assortment of teeth. Not bad for a 2-hour morning hunt. All right, appreciate you guys coming along. And it's 11 o'clock and about 95 degrees, so we are going home. Thanks for joining us. This is Indiana Smith signing off. Don't forget to buy my books. The river is not always kind to its residents. Poor Mr. Beaver didn't make it. Aw, don't tell Bucky.